Or I guess Pikachu, which, oh, what's up, Hector? Hey guys, cool. Yeah, alright. That's fair. So anywho's, we've got Brandon Huang versus Tricia Solomon on the stream right now. If you watch Dallas at all, you'd know Brandon's team by now, and if you haven't, well, there it is on your team for you on the right side with the Tapu Koko, Lunala, Kyogre, Kartana, Incineroar, and yes, that's a Terrakion. And on your left side with Trish, we've got that Ferrothorn, Groudon, Incineroar, Reshiram, Tapu Fini, and Tapu Lele. So we've got, again, the three only semi-viable Tapus. Sorry, Tapu Bulu, again, maybe Ultra Series. So a couple things that are going to be really fun here. The Terrakion, if it's the same set that Brendan's been running, it's definitely going to be that Rocky and Z, the Thunder Thigh Z move. It is one of my favorite things to watch because it's really funny. And there's just kind of some spicy tech here on that Reshiram. So Reshiram has that Blue Flare ability. I think it's Blue Flare. Sometimes I forget because, you know, nobody really uses Reshiram. Also, Blue Flare is a move, not an ability. My bad, guys. Whoops. This is what happens when you don't use Reshiram. It was the legendary of my choice though in Generation 5, which Generation 5 is the most underrated generation. Don't at me. I will die as a Gen 3 fan, but Generation 5 did not get the love it deserved. Anyway, it'll be a fun matchup, especially because both of them are kind of using Pokemon that are both familiar and different at the same time. You know, Tapu Lele and Tapu Fini are kind of nice to have interactions here. Incineroar and Lunala, though, from Brandon as the lead of choice. Lunala obviously can't get faked out here. And Incineroar has the ability for the Intimidate, and now we've got that Reshiram and the Incineroar on Tricia's side. So Incineroar on Tricia's side is going to have to go for the fake out into Brandon's, or just maybe not go for fake out at all. We do have that Snarl potential here as well. Snarl becoming more and more popular as Pokemon are going through those setups, but Turbo Blaze is going to be like that mold breaker here. It's not going to work against Lunala though in that tier of things that are happening. Tricia is going to have the potential faster fake out as her Intimidate goes first before Brandon's own Incineroar. So a lot of things happening on this field. Lunala is just like, alright, what's going to happen because something has to break that Shadow Shield before it can get hit by some really heavy damage. And Tricia, again, that Turbo Blaze generally stops most abilities because it acts like a mold breaker. However, it does not work in terms of that Shadow Shield and oh gosh, totally just forgot Duskmane's ability, but that's okay, guys. But going for the fake out on Incineroar, going into Brandon's own Incineroar, as Trish is, I think, just absolutely positive she has the faster Incineroar, but Lunala is going to be able to free to set up Tailwind on this turn. And Reshiram is actually going to match that Tailwind, so Lunala actually going to be going first before the Reshiram anyway, so nothing really changing here on the speed tier, so what we like to call just kind of, I guess, quote-unquote dead turn. You know, the fake out's being exchanged, even though the Incineroar was stopped from that fake out, so at least Tricia was able to set up her own Tailwind to match Brandon. So Brandon's still having the faster, sort of restricted here, but Tricia having the faster Incineroar, so that might play out for later on. Oh, Brandon going straight for, oh, there it is. I told Miguel we were going to get jinxed. He was like, I don't have to worry about copyright, let's move stuff. Nope, here we go, that Lunala with that menacing Moonrays Moonsault. Wait, no, wait, that's not right. That's definitely not right. Whatever. Oh wait, and Maelstrom! Ah! I keep mixing up with Incineroar. Whoops. Best Cat 2019. But yeah, I told you, Miguel. I told him that he would, like, next round, he totally just jinxed it, and I was right. So I don't even know why I'm talking, because this is all gonna get rickrolled later on. So, that's cool. I'll just talk about the weather. And, wow, that did so much to that Reshiram, but it is still able to hold on. Goes for the Blue Flare move here. And is going to break that Shadow Shield, and actually I think it also has potential for that knockoff double down into it. That surviving is so nice because now Lunala is gone, and if Tricia can hold on to that Reshiram, and ooh, there we go. That U-turn going to go into that Incineroar. Did I break it? It didn't. So, you know, Brandon gonna have to figure out how to pivot now that Lunala is gone. That combination of Blue Flare and knockoff into that Lunala managed to take care of it. Being 4 times weak to knockoff is definitely not something that you like, especially after your best bet against it is gone. However, missing that knock on that Reshiram, even with that Z move, was pretty huge for Brandon, and Tricia in a really good spot to just kind of take advantage of that. Kyogre, though, going to be on the field, and if previous matches have indicated that Brandon's Kyogre is most likely going to be a choice one, so actually this Reshiram is not in a very fun spot right now. There is no way that it survives that full health water spout, and Tricia no longer has that fake out potential. Kartana gonna be the last Pokemon here of choice on Brandon's side, and it, you know, sorry, the Nintendo is still gonna be in the back there, so it has that ability to bring in later for fake out and for intimidate, but two very fast Pokemon on Brandon's side. Kartana is not a Pokemon to take lightly, especially as it hasn't been intimidated, so one Smart Strike could pick up the knockout here on that Incineroar, and honestly, just any sort of like nice Beast Boost potential is going to be good for Brandon here. But Groudon is going to come in, he's going to give the sun back up to Tricia's side of the field. So Kyogre, its attacks are going to be just slightly negated. As Reshiram goes for the Protect here, so we'll see exactly what Brandon does on this turn. If it does go for that Water Spout like it is at full health, so even in Zen it's still going to be doing a lot. Groudon never takes nicely to that, and actually just survives with a little bit under half health. A Sacred Sword going to get double down into it was that Incineroar spot. Just barely misses a knockout on here. And this Groudon, no recovery though, so no berry that it's holding on to, so potentially could have a choice item, or because we are in Moon Series, has a potential for a Z Crystal as well. I know that Groundy and Z Groudon has been on the up and up lately, so haven't seen it quite yet, but it's definitely not a possibility. And I mean, both these Pokemon here on Tricia's side, even with matching Tailwinds, Brandon's still going to have the faster Pokemon here. So Groudon going for Protect on this turn. And Reshiram is actually going to be the one to get knocked out here. As Water Spout takes care of the Reshiram here. And Kartana is just not going to be able to attack anything. Reshiram goes down. We are going to say bye to this majestic dragon. And Sacred Sword again here from Kartana. So if Tricia, let's see. So if Tricia can bring in that Incineroar, she can fake something out and try to be faster. The problem is Kartana is just a very fast Pokemon in general, and even if you can try to stop that Kyogre for this one turn, there's not a lot you can do for the subsequent turns later. So Kartana going to be at -1 here, but Groudon's going to be the easier knockout to pick up because of the fact that it is so close to being knocked out here. So yeah, you can stop Kyogre this turn, but you're probably going to lose Groudon no matter what, unless you switch it out. So the problem is both Kartana and Kyogre are next to each other. Give Brandon a lot of firepower that Tricia isn't really in a spot to kind of stop from happening. So even with the big out potential and even with the Intimidate into Kartana, Tricia is kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place, where Groudon is one of her few heavy hitters left, but it's not really able to do anything. I mean, if she's got the Ferrothorn in the back, then there might be something she can do, but Kyogre is actually going to be taken out of the field here as we've got Incineroar. So Brandon choosing to at least get some more Intimidates into Tricia's Pokemon, so both Pokemon on her side of the field are going to be at -1. So probably won't be able to knock out that Kartana, but Groudon actually also leaving the field, and we are going to be getting her last Pokemon, which is that Ferrothorn. So Ferrothorn comes in very nicely here as Kartana goes for the Protect on this turn, and Incineroar goes for the knockoff, actually going to go into the Incineroar that Brandon just had. It's going to knock off the berry, so no recovery potential for later. However, Tricia's Ferrothorn is also not in a very good spot. Even at -1, that Kartana can do a lot of damage with Sacred Sword to either Pokemon, and then Brandon also has not just the fake out potential, but has the ability to go for Flare Blitz and take care of that that Ferrothorn, because you know the best counter for some rain teams sometimes is Ferrothorn, but if you can get rid of that Ferrothorn, then Tricia doesn't have kind of a leg to stand on here as Protect from that. Ferrothorn is going to stop a potential Flare Blitz on this turn. And Sacred Sword from that Kartana going to go into the Incineroar, which already has chip damage, but still not able to get it even into the red. So knockoff from Incineroar is going to knock off Focus Sash, which is even broken by that knockoff as Flare Blitz goes into that protected Ferrothorn. So Tricia not quite throwing in the towel yet, but still gonna have to climb her way back out of this. Her Groudon is in the back heavily damaged, whereas Groudon's Kyogre is in the back at full health, sitting and resting nicely, ready to deal out damage as much as it can. And as long as he can take care of that Ferrothorn, he's just in a really nice spot to just kind of clean up the game. Even Kartana, if he can pick up the Beast Boost here on that Incineroar with that Sacred Sword, he'll be in a better spot to kind of take care of basically anything else. I mean, Brandon has the ability to go for the Flare Blitz, and you've got the Sacred Sword, and Groudon's going to be coming back in here, and it's not going to be intimidated, but again, at 17 HP, it's not going to be able to do really anything. So there's that Sacred Sword once more from that. Kartana goes into the Incineroar and picks up the knockout, gets the Beast Boost, so it is going to be at neutral. Now attack, neutral attack. Adding and minusing is difficult sometimes, guys. And Flare Blitz from that Incineroar are going to go into the Groudon, so also going to knock it out, leaving Ferrothorn in the rain against Kyogre and Kartana as well for later on. And yeah, Sunlight fades, but this Kartana is at neutral, can go for Sacred Sword, the Flare Blitz, 4 times effective against Ferrothorn. I mean, it's a kind of decisive victory here for Brandon in game 1. I mean, unless you miss all your Leech Seeds. But even though you can just switch out and Kartana can clean up nicely, because Kartana can't get Leech Seeded, it can't be put to sleep, it'll take like no damage from a Power Whip. So neutral Sacred Sword here to that Ferrothorn is going to do about a little over half damage here. Iron Barbs would have broken the sash if it hadn't already been knocked off, and Flare Blitz is just going to pick up the game for Tricia here and giving game 1 to Brandon. So that was fun. And there's Iron Barbs again, but pretty decisive win there for Brandon. I mean, losing Nala seemed kind of iffy there, but the Tailwind and being able to do a lot of damage into Reshiram to kind of make it dead weight was really nice for him in that first couple of turns, because it put Tricia in a spot where she always had to figure out how to keep her Pokemon from being knocked out. And both Groudon and Reshiram being weak to a full health water spout is also really tough. So this is one of those instances where Kyogre is kind of just showing that even the threat of it being on the field is something you have to take care of and something you have to deal with. So probably some adjustments here from Tricia's side of the field. I'm surprised she didn't bring either of her Tapus. Brandon actually didn't either, and that 4 that he brought was actually really nice. That Kartana just takes care of a lot of things on Tricia's side of the field really nicely, and I think she's gonna have to try to figure out a way around that. In the Lunala, of course, you know, having that Z-move ability and then having the ability to just kind of like set up Tailwind and then have to break that Shadow Shield. It's a lot of stuff for, I think, Tricia to have to like realize, because Brandon's got sort of a pretty tight-knit core that he can rely on. I mean, Lunala obviously has a lot of usage for a reason. It's really scary to try to deal with, especially with something like you know, that Shadow Shield and then the Z Crystal, which if we have to sit through watch it again, I'm not gonna be surprised at all, because every time I see a Lunala, I just expect to have to sit through that Z move, and you would think by now I would know how to say it properly. So I'm gonna blame Incineroar for that, because it's you know, malicious Moonsault and then menacing Moonraze Maelstrom. Yeah, I think I got it right that time. So just one of those things. But yeah, Tricia's really gonna have to figure out how to pivot properly here. Her matchup right now is gonna be really tough. If she can try to at least get as much damage as she can out and stop the Lunala, she might be able to press back. And here we are, we've got that Tapu Lele as an adjustment here on this game instead of that Incineroar, but Incineroar and Lunala from Brandon. So no fake out potential now is gonna be stopped by that terrain unless Brandon has Tapu Koko in the back and decides to bring it because he really wants fake out for some reason. We might potentially see matching Tailwinds here. The important thing here though is Tricia has to try to stop that Lunala from doing basically anything. And ooh, we do have a Psychic Seed activation. Oh, sorry, Adrenaline Orb. Wow, I haven't seen Adrenaline Orb Tapu Lele in a very long time. I was so used to Psychic Seed, but that Intimidate from that Incineroar is gonna boost Tapu Lele's speed. So Tapu Lele is fast now, and is gonna be able to kind of be a threat here. Is, you know, as long as Tricia has some move on Tapu Lele that can hit either Lunala or Incineroar. If you're faster, if you have Taunt on Tapu Lele, that would actually, yep, there we are. So there's Taunt for Tapu Lele, gonna stop Brandon's potential Tailwind here. And ooh, Brandon seeing it right through that, goes for the Moon Guide Beam instead here, and is gonna be able to do some damage here onto that Tapu Lele. Is gonna be able to pick up a clean and knockout thanks to that super effective typing. So we're gonna say bye to Tapu Lele, but it did Taunt, which is always really nice, allowing Tricia the ability to go for the Tailwind on this turn. Give her the speed advantage for at least one turn as U-turn now from Incineroar, so no fake out as well, because, you know, psychic terrain. And so we're going to be able to pivot into potentially, I was going to say Kyogre, but that doesn't seem right. So if you brought in the Tapu Koko, that would be really good, but Kartana and Kyogre, yep, never mind, it is Kyogre. So even in that Tailwind, that Kyogre could still do a lot of damage because that Drizzle is going to help boost those water spouts. And Tricia's gonna have to figure out what she's gonna go after here. So she brings in that Groudon and rewrites the weather. She could be in a nice spot. However, she has to deal with the Z move from that Lunala as well. And we did see that it managed to almost pick up the knock on Reshiram. And if that's something she teched for, or if it's just a roll, is something only she really knows. But Reshiram and Groudon are at least in better positions now than they were the last time they faced this Kyogre. And Lunala is still in a good spot here, still does have that Shadow Shield up, has its Z move, didn't manage to set up the Tailwind, but it did take out the Tapu Lele, which could have been a problem for later on, and Kyogre is still going to be pretty fast, and even, you know, at full health will do a lot of damage to both of these Pokemon, which are weak to it, but Kyogre is going to be like, nope, I'm going to leave, and we have the Incineroar again, so get them Intimidate into that Groudon more specifically, but also into that Reshiram, so gonna have to be something that Tricia has to be aware of here, and oof, Lunala avoided the attack here with that Passive Space. Would have been so nice because, oh sorry, wow, Lunala actually avoided the earlier attack, my bad. I like looked down for half a second and missed that, but Incineroar gonna heal itself up with that berry. That Intimidate is so helpful right about now, and we do have that that Z move now again from Lunala, which I know is gonna have to sit through again, so hope you guys are doing well. It's hey, do you guys know that finding places to eat is really expensive? And yeah, Tag Team GX is out right now for TCG, and I'm really into that. I really want those cards a lot. I think they're really cool. I can't wait to see which ones they want. I really want the Sylveon Gardevoir one, so when that one comes out, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm gonna be buying that one. The other kind of cute one is the Mimikyu Gengar one. That one's really adorable, guys. Yeah, so Reshiram is going to be out this turn because that chip damage from earlier really helped it. It would have been so nice to be able to hit that move onto the Lunala, would have been able to knock it out. So Tricia just kind of in a spot of bad luck right about now. However, you know, not, well, if you're going to be forced to bring in that last Pokemon and Kyogre still in the back, you actually might be in a pretty bad spot, especially since your Psychic Terrain is still up, so you can't fake out with your own Incineroar. However, you can knock off that Lunala and knock it out, and go for another sort of Precipice Blades, but now you're sort of relying on moves where the accuracy isn't exactly the most accurate. So Tricia in kind of a tough spot here, and Incineroar not exactly the beefiest Pokemon to have out. I mean, if she has Snarl on it and is able to get a couple Snarls off into the Pokemon that Brandon has at the back, she might have a chance. However, if Brandon brought in both the Kartana and the Kyogre, that's going to be just a really tough spot. So Incineroar going to be leaving the field for a Kartana. So again, the same play that we had seen that last game. Not intimidated on this turn. Precipice Blades from, oh gosh, these Precipice Blades just not hitting. It would have been so nice to break that Focus Sash now as opposed to later. Lunala is still holding on really pretty here, but Knockoff is going to be able to at least pick up that knockout. But Kartana comes in for essentially free at full attack, and now we've got the Incineroar who can come back in again, get another Intimidate now into both of Tricia's Pokemon, and Brayden is actually just in just really good spots to be able to pick up you know, just knockouts and take the game, because there's nothing that Tricia can do to kind of recycle these Intimidates and just kind of reset them. So even like even with no access to that fake out, Brandon's just in the spot to be like, I can just win. It's totally fine. You know, there's not much that Tricia can do to stop it. Losing that Reshiram and missing the knockout on that Lunala a turn earlier, and then missing Precipice Blades kind of contributed to that. However, I think Brandon was just very aggressive in his play here and was able to just kind of punish Tricia for trying to do setups and trying to do some of and go for those damages. But Precipice Blades finally connecting at least again here, and then Incineroar at that other Intimidate is just not going to really do anything here as Knockoff goes into that Kartana spot, and Incineroar goes for a Flare Blitz as well on Brandon's side of the field, and is going to do some damage into that Groudon. He's just at a nice HP now to be knocked out for later on, and Kyogre, yeah, can come in right now as Tailwind, you know, peters out here, which means that Kyogre's going to have the dominant weather, it's going to be faster, and you just click Water Spout and you win, and that's about it. So, kind of a clean 2-0 from well, clean I say is, you know, you had a couple misses, from a couple misses and avoids from Brandon's side of the field. However, still, I think he played in a way that was very aggressive and able to kind of make sure that he dealt damage as he needed to. That Lunala just really nicely able to hold on because of the fact that the Shadow Shield and then being able to get the Z move off. So, Tricia, Brandon plus his Water Spout, and he knocks out both of these Pokemon here. So, good job to Tricia for trying. I think the adjustment with Tapu Lele was kind of fun. It's been a very long time since I've seen Adrenaline or Tapu Lele. But good job for Brandon. So, we'll remain undefeated here, 3-0 now as we end the game, end the round. And yeah, so there's that, guys. Again, register for Collinsville. I love this game so much. I can't block both of them at once, but anywho's, see you guys in round 4 out of 5. So